let's take a dive into some enchanting decks in my collection. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Hi, I'm Mand. So today I am doing a very fun tag by the lovely Miss Kulala Carla over on her channel that I just mentioned there. I'll make sure to tag it below. And she did a lovely tag on the enchanting decks in our collection, and this is so fun to dive into. I actually seen Rachele's video first, and then I watched Carla's video then, so I'll make sure to tag excuse me, both their channels below. But these are all our kind of like enchanting magical decks in our collection, and this is so fun to dive into and see what decks fit that category. So without further ado and without rambling too much, get comfy cozy and we will get into my top 10 enchanted decks, or decks that kind of fit the enchantment category. Starting off with deck number 1, in no particular order to be honest, first of all, is The Inner Temple by Rebecca Campbell. This is such a magical deck for me. Like, enchantment is all about mystical, magical wonder, like really getting lost in it, right? You're enchanted, it's like you're under a spell. And first of all, like, this is really cute because the card fits, not that I can get it out right now, but the oracle card just like slides in there, so it's really cool. It's a really cool design. And then these are the cards. Now these are so pretty. I could genuinely just get lost in these forever. And it's really, really kind of dreamlike, very ethereal, which for me is quite magical, and it's like you're lost in a trance. I mean, how could you not get lost in this artwork? Now some of the cards you have like the Mystic, and then the Machine, and then you also have just like, I'm still getting to know it, regular oracles within it as well, so I'm still kind of familiarizing myself with it, but I have to say, like, I just adore it. Deck number 2 is the Dreamgate Oracle. This is one that I really need to crack out a little bit more, I'll be brutally honest. It's been sitting in my collection way too long, but like, first of all, like, the book is so extremely luxurious and very informative. There's a lot to it. Again, you can kind of see a theme pattern here. Oh, I forgot this was in a tuck box. But I love Danielle Noel's art, so anytime it comes out mass market, like, I'm all over it. I'm there. I would definitely love to get her tarot at some stage when I can find it at an affordable rate. So this is probably still in order. I have yet to use it, but this is so magical. You can see a theme with where I find enchantment and magic. It's so dreamy and thought-provoking, and like, you get lost down this path. Oh, there you go, Enchanted Forest. It's just, and like, the cardstock is beautiful as well within it. So I'm definitely going to have to crack this one out, shuffle her up, get to know it. You can see a theme here, but I really love how magical and wonderful this is. And yeah, I was just going to say, it's like super soothing. And the third one that kind of fits it in the same category of the last two that I showed you, so that's why I said I'll show it now, is the Circe Oracle. Now this is very much more, I don't think that's proper English. This deck is much more purple in themes, right? The color palette is very pastel purples and pinks. And for me, I just love the color purple. Okay, first of all, it's one of my favorite. Can you see a theme? Purple, 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 purple. It's a color that I have over the years slowly leaned into for somebody who really picked really dark colors. Now, purple can be dark and it can be very bright as well. So I like the leniency of it, or the fluidity of it. Is that the word? I'm not sure what word I'm looking for, to be brutally honest. I'm not sure how to articulate that, but this deck is just, even looking at it now, I'm like, I could get lost in this forever. And it is one of my favorite decks. And so I guess in that sense, it will always have that enchantment around it, and the fact that, you know, it's from a lovely Irish creator, and it's just so beautiful. And I'll never apologize for showing it here. We'll end on the Robin card. I mean, I love this. Okay, deck number 4 is a Divine Feminine Tarot by Cocorina. Now, if you're here a long time, you'll know I always keep this piece of tiger's eye in this deck, hence why it makes a lot of clicking noises. I believe that they're coming out with a 3rd edition of this deck. I got an email. That was dangerous. I shouldn't have I shouldn't have looked at the email. But they're coming out with a 3rd edition of this deck. I'm not sure, is this the first one? I'm not sure if that's the 1st edition or what, but okay, I have to be careful with this because I forgot there's, you know, there's boobs in this. So I'm just going to kind of quickly flick through this, but this is a really, I'll kind of keep it on these two, really, really magical deck. Not only because it's, first of all, the gilding on this has held up so well, but it is extremely beautiful. It's rooted in very much that divine feminine energy. There is so much magic to be had with leaning into the feminine aspects of ourselves. Anyway, I could talk about that forever, but I really love the readings that I've gotten from this. It has been so super intuitive, so on point, from pulling the cards to journaling it to reading the guidebook. It has just been pure magic, and I love the gold and the black, and there's just something within it that sparks that intuitive aspect to myself, and it taps into kind of that higher element. Again, this is in no particular order. It's like a lucky dip or something. I'm going, which deck will I pick next? So the next one I wanted to pick was the Cosmic Crossroads Oracle. I only worked with this last month, and oh my gosh, these are the backs. I wouldn't be a big fan of the backs, to be brutally honest, but that's just a personal preference. But I love how they shuffle. I love the size of the deck as well. I love the collage aspect on this. It is so magical, and being able to lean into my intuition is just wonderful. And if you're like, I don't want to lean into my intuition, I just want to read the guidebook and get a message, you can totally do that as well. I really like the fact that the butterflies here aren't just transformations, but vision and how we see things and how we view the world. Like, look at that. Is that not the way that is captured? Amazing. But it's very unique. It's very different. And I love the keywords on this as well. Oh, it's so beautiful. Just magic. Alright, so how could you have an enchantment deck tag without mentioning this? Forest of Enchantment. Is there anything more enchanting than a fairy tale? In all honesty, first of all, the guidebook in this, amazing. So pretty. But this deck is just... Look at that. That's a magic door. Like, you are going to an enchanting world. You're going to fall in love with the characters and the many different beings that live in this world. Is there anything more magical than that? I mean, look at all the animals, and I want to say they're like gnomes, but they could be elves as well. Apologies. I had to pause there for a second. Like a bower of dreams. I mean, so pretty. Like, even just fanning that. Look at the color palette. Just pure magic. Sticking with the enchantment, of course, Forest of Enchantment. I really had to. It was pretty much kind of screaming at me, to be honest, going, hello, if there was any deck that you had to pick for this tag, it's me. And if you don't, I think I'd know about it. So I picked it to save myself the hassle of it. But look at the two owls. Oh, this deck. I don't know why it took me so long to pick it up. First of all, shame on me. And second of all, I'm so glad I did, because this is just divine. How beautiful is this deck? Again, and like, you can totally pair it with the Forest of Enchantment Oracle, or it can totally work on its own as well. It's fairy tale, but it's not too fairy tale, as in it's not following too many, you know, stories and things like that. You can read it completely intuitive. Oh, just, yeah, beautiful. Okay, the next one was a little bit challenging to pick, for the reason being is I have all the Seasons of the Witch Oracle, and all of them are enchanting, I'll be honest. But this one, I have to say, is probably up there with one of my favourites out of this whole collection. First of all, look at that. It's a rainbow. I just love that. And I love the back. I love the peach colour. But there's something about Ostara that I just love very much. Not so much Easter and things like that, but like, look at that. All the Seasons of the Witch. This deck is just pure little bits of magic and wonder. And it has a Robin card as well, so for me, yeah, that was a selling point. But it's just so magical. I'll stop saying magical, I'm really sorry, but it really is. There's something very enchanting about this deck, and it's very witchy as well. So what more could I want? And the Robin plays a big part in a good few cards too, which is awesome. I couldn't do this tag without mentioning this deck, the Starman Tarot Remastered. Let's not set this on fire. Oh my gosh, first of all, the box, magical. It just is. It's so magical. The guidebook, I'm still itching to dive into this. I've been kind of dipping in and out of it. I love it. I mean, first of all, What? The edges of this are gilded. How amazing is that? That is really, really cool. I love the way, you have the cards kind of on the side. There's just so much thought has gone into this deck. It's ridiculous. And then of course the core of it, the core thing that we all want is the deck, right? And the gilding has held up really well. Mine is slightly bowed, but I don't know, is that down to the weather? I love the backs on this. And then of course I love the cards. Now I still need to do kind of a side-by-side comparison on what cards have changed to the original. So I have the larger one, but I love this. This is like an odd enchantment, right? It's an odd world. I suppose you could call it nearly dystopian, probably, or even it kind of has that Mad Max feel to it. But I love this. There's something very strangely intuitive for me, I know, believe it or not. But it is one of my favorite decks. And last, but certainly not least, is Alchemy of the Spirit Oracle. This deck, there is something so wonderfully beautiful about it. First of all, the backs, lovely. Really, really like them. But I just find the artwork, it's like a cutesy enchanting deck, right? It has that kind of childlike wonder. It's like a cartoon version, that's it, of a dream deck, right? Or a dream state, I should say. I suppose it kind of hints a little bit maybe on the anime cartoony side of things, and I just love this. And I love the way we have our little spirit guide with us throughout the whole experience of this deck. And sure, there's nothing more wonderful than knowing that you are not alone on your path. And there's something very magical about that too, right? So whatever it may be, a guardian angel, a loved one, ancestors, spirit guide, whatever you believe in. Here it's just manifested as a little white cat, but it can be whatever you want it to be, you know? Oh, just look at that. For me, that kind of like symbolized a little bit of the fool. Not really caring, go and taking a leap of faith. Oh well, let's try it. So, my loves, those are my top 10 enchanting decks in my collection. Do I have more? Probably, but these are the ones that were kind of standing out for me for today. So thank you so much to Carla for making such a wonderful video. Make sure to tag her video and her channel below. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And remember to hit the subscribe, like, hype. It helps the channel out massively. And remember, stay magical, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.